Hey everyone, it's Rita Black and happy almost Thanksgiving. I want to give you 3 powerful mind tools to really use your mind effectively to stay on track this upcoming weekend. I think for a lot of people, a Thanksgiving weekend can be so much fun. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I mean, who doesn't like a weekend focused on eating and eating wonderful food? But it can also be a challenge if we aren't prepared. So the first tip or tool I want to give you is to create a vision for this upcoming weekend. And what I mean by that is I would like you to take a moment out of your day, it only takes a minute, to create a vision of how you want to feel on Sunday evening heading back into your life after the weekend. Why is this important? Because a lot of times we'll head into a holiday weekend and we have really, really good intentions about being good for the weekend, right? I'm going to be good. I'm going to really get through Thanksgiving and I'm going to, just eat a little turkey and I'm going to do this. But it's a long weekend. And a lot of times what will happen is we'll lose focus and we'll kind of fizzle. And we, in order to use our mind really powerfully, a vision, what that will do, and not just like an image of how you want to look Sunday, but really how you want to feel Sunday, feeling light, feeling like you really took care of yourself over the weekend, you exercised and push the plate away when you have had enough. Really create a vision, a powerful vision of how you want to feel Sunday night. And what that will do for your mind is it will give your mind a further trajectory. It gives it very specific details, and it's really specific instructions like, hey mind, this is how I want to feel at the end of the weekend. Let's make that happen. Because our mind works best when we give it very specific instructions. When we are just hoping or trying to do good for the weekend, that isn't being very specific, and oftentimes that's why we'll fall off track, is our mind will just kind of lose focus and we'll go back to our old behaviors. Now, the second one would be to build upon that and to have an actual 4-day strategy. I've been helping people manage their weight for over 20 years. And so I've gone through a lot of Thanksgivings with clients, and I've seen something really interesting that happens over the Thanksgiving weekend. A lot of times people can do really well on the actual Thanksgiving day. They've really thought it through. They're making sure that they have healthy foods around there. An actual Thanksgiving meal isn't that fattening. If you look at turkey and vegetables and things like that, yes, there's desserts and all of those things, but it actually can work out in our favor for weight management because it's not that awful of a meal, but what happens, and what I see happening again and again, is people aren't thinking through the entire weekend, because after their Thanksgiving, the first big challenge is leftovers. And a lot of times people can do fine at dinner, but then they get into the desserts and then they get into the leftovers, and then they'll start binging and overeating then. Also, Friday, Black Friday, is a whole different day in and of itself. There you have the leftovers, you have the sports games, you have a lot of socializing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that even though you might, hold it together and be really healthy on Thanksgiving itself, the weekend kind of wears away at us, and we often will then, screw it, I'll, start again. It's too hard. I can't do it. And we don't want to get into that, oh, I blew it, so let's start over again on Monday. We really want to stay with ourselves in these moments. And really, when you think about it, weight management isn't just about being good, but it really, really is about how we communicate with ourselves and how we use our mind effectively. So having a 4-day strategy, I mean by thinking each of those days through. What is Thursday going to look like? What is Friday going to look like? Where are my challenges going to be on Friday? Where are my challenges going to be on Saturday and Sunday? How do I plan ahead to exercise and make sure I have the healthy foods and make sure I have the fattening leftovers put away so that I can stay on track all 4 days? Okay, so have a 4-day strategy. The last tip And this is really, really powerful. And I don't know, you might already wake up and meditate a little bit. But what I'm going to suggest is that for each of the 4 days that you are going through the weekend, that you, when you wake up in the morning, to take a moment and pause and think that specific day through. Where are you going to exercise? Think about what your intention for the day is. Oh, I really want to connect with my family and friends. I want to finish the day feeling light and lean and like I really took care of myself. I want to enjoy this weekend, and not just the food, but being outdoors in the crisp, cold weather. Well, depending on where you are in the world. Crisp, cold weather. I'm here in Los Angeles, but wherever you are in the world, enjoying that autumn weather. And really enjoying each day, like bringing that day in front of you and really creating that day. So often we live our life defensively and we just let the day happen to us. And that's where we fall victim to a lot of the old habits and even circumstances or other people in our environment. So by creating a very powerful vision for each day and using that morning meditation time to really cultivate and create that day for you, so you can step into the day knowing that you're living into a day that you've created for yourself. This is really the beginning of mastery, when we really can create our day ahead of time in our mind, practice our day ahead of time and step into that mastery. And also to practice gratitude. I think gratitude is very, very slimming. Resentment, guilt, those are very fattening emotions, but gratitude. And so this is a wonderful opportunity. Thanksgiving weekend is all about thanks. So really thinking about what you're grateful for every single day, I think will also put your mind in a really wonderful mood so you can really experience the best of this holiday weekend. And just on a personal note, I want to thank you all for being a part of the Shift Weight Mastery community. As somebody who struggled with my weight up and down the scale 40 pounds for many, many years, and then, have been helping people for the last 20 years master their weight, master themselves, having a powerful relationship with themselves. I like to thank you for being a part of this community, and really for allowing me to be of service to you. I really appreciate you. I hope you and your family and your friends and your community have an amazing, happy, healthy, wonderful Thanksgiving weekend, and really give yourself the time just ahead of time to really take care of yourself and set yourself up for success. I believe in you. I know you can have an awesome weekend, have an amazing time, and thank you for being a part of our community.